Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Martha and this is Marita Reads. Um, I know it's a bit confusing with my hair and everything, but like if you know black women, that's just how we roll. But my other thing is, I think I should explain that the videos I have before this one were all like filmed months ago. So that's why that's explained like the hair color changes and stuff. So I'm just creative, but I'm just not posting any of it. This is the theme here is inconsistency, if you haven't known by now. In the meantime, I've noticed people have subscribed, so thank you for that. I'm very grateful, and it kind of like encourages me to make new content. And yeah, so today it's just gonna be something simple. I'm not gonna do anything like there's no theme for today actually. I'm just trying to kind of summarize things so that I can get a new kind of machine going. I don't know if machine is the right word because, to be honest, this year hasn't been a good reading year um, compared to last year, which is saying something. So it's just going to be kind of like I'm going to just hold some books which I haven't shown on the channel. If I have, then forgive me. Also going to do a reading update for maybe like a couple books, and that's basically it. I hope to keep this as brief as I can. um you know and I'm gonna do these in a, I don't know, like a calculated order, or like a, I don't know, sort of an order. So there's gonna be some fantasy books in a group, and there's gonna be some non-fiction books and some fiction books done together. So I think I'm just gonna do those together and put timestamps so you can go and watch what you'd like me to read or what you'd like me to review or whatever, and I'll just come back and talk about it. Regardless, the books that are written by black women or non-binary people are given their own reviews if I can. So yeah. So the first book I have here is Audre Lorde's. I don't know if you can see it. Let me just do that so you can see. Yeah, so this is Audre Lorde's Me, A New Spelling of My Name, a biomythography. I couldn't tell you the first thing about what a biomythography is, but I think flipping through it, it's a biography. It's like a creative nonfiction book. So I think it's a biography told in a novel format. Um, so yeah, I really just like Audre Lorde. What can I say? I loved what was it? Sister Outsider. That was the best book I read last year. Next one I have here is Angela Davis, Women, Race and Class. It's not anything it's not a topic I'm particularly new to, since I'm sorry I keep doing this. I just hope that the thing is not blood. But like it's not a new topic. I kind of have read what is it? I read what was it? Bell Hooks, was it last year or the year before? So a lot of things she's saying is not the same, but Angela Davis tends to focus her work around, classism and labor inequalities mostly. So this is about that inter intersection of feminism and class issues and race issues and all that. So far it's interesting. I'm still like in the 12th 13th page. The next one I have here is The Vanishing Half by Brit Bennett. This is, I think it was nominated for the Women's Prize. I think, I don't know. Is it called the Women's Prize? I don't even fuck with them after what they did to Akweke. But anyway, yeah, this was like one of the hot off the presses books, most talked about books last year. And you can guess why I got it, because of that reason. Because I am shallow and I just go with the trends. Yeah. But if the trends are saying it's good, then it won't be that bad, to join the hype train. But I know if it's a waste of time, then it's my money I wasted in it. So I think this is a tale of, and usually I don't pick up these stories. I think it is a, is it a slave? No, it's not a slave narrative, but it's to do with race issues and stuff. And I usually find those topics really heavy. So it's about these two sisters who are passing, and I think one grows up in a white family, another one grows up in a black family. How do you even describe fiction books? Honestly, there's no plot. Like, it's literally just a character study of two white passing women. That's it. So when we read it, I don't know when we will read it because right now I'm on a fantasy streak. But when you read it, I think I might read it by this year, maybe. Right now I'm much in the mood for a serious fiction, so we'll see. The next one I have here, bro, tell me why I have this here. Why? Tell me why. Who sent me to get this book here? Literally nobody sent me. Like, I could have just left it as it was. Like, y'all literally conned me. Actually, why am I blaming y'all? Like, it's my fault in it, but why did I get this? Anyway, A Little Life by Hanya. I'm not even gonna say that name. Yanagihara, okay. It's about like four friends living in, was it Manhattan? All of them are queer, and all of them are going through certain stages in life. Again, this is fiction, no plot, character study. One of them is suffering, like really, really, like, really suffering. Lots and like all the any trigger warning you can think of is here. Like, I literally opened a random page and I saw self-harm, and I was like, what? Eh? So yeah, so this is a fucking minefield. Like, there are people who actually just said, like, people who actually had to meditate and think whether they want to read this book, and it might happen to me, but maybe not this year. This is like the scariest book ever. This is the book you'd never recommend to anybody, which I won't recommend to you. So it's the read it at your own risk type of book. So read it at your own risk or whatever. And yeah, I'm gonna suffer so that you can, laugh at my pain or whatever. That's why I'm here for y'all. The next ones I have here, I think we'll start with adult fantasy first. So I have the Poppy War series. Here's number 1. Then I got this one, The Dragon Republic, and The Burning God, all by R.F. Kuang. I know I should have waited for the paperback, but like, they were there. And seeing this book in the wild, man, this book is not easy to come by. I think it's only in one store right now. Educate yourself if you're Kenyan. That's why you can go and get this book. But like, bro, getting this book is like getting a unicorn. It's like finding a unicorn. That's how rare it is to find. Like, the fantasy scene here, man, it's so bleak, bro. They only stock JK who must not be named, and freaking George R.R. Martin and J.R.R. Tolkien. Like, bro. Anyway, yeah, so I got the Poppy War series, and it's quite interesting. I've started the first book, and I'm still in page 16, but from what I've read so far, it feels very readable. With fantasies, I kind of read and I feel dumb because I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, am I dumb for not knowing what's going on? But it's kind of quite readable. Like, I kind of understanding where it's going. I don't know, whenever I start as a fantasy, it's like they always start describing things and I'm so lost and I just feel dumb reading the book and I'm like, huh? So I'm glad it's kind of accessible. It depends. We are yet to see. It's only page 16. Who knows? We can get to, page 50 and suddenly they're doing some intense world building and then I feel dumb again. So who knows? So these last 3 books I'm kind of gonna talk about in depth. So this is my like reading update portion. So I just finished, I didn't just finish it, but I recently finished this. So let's say this is like a wrap up for July, depending on when I post this. But yeah, so I finished this, which kind of wraps up the Six of Crows duology, and I quite enjoyed it. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it was still not. I mean, people always say this is the book that will make you love the duology, but really, it was just okay. Like, it was a solid story. It was solid 4 stars. I still couldn't tell you the first thing. Okay, the first book, I don't know what happened. I can't tell you the plot. Here, I know what I kind of know. I can tell you what happened, and you can kind of see the development of the characters. I feel like Bardugo only loves 4 characters: Jasper, Kaz, Inej, and Nina. And this time, I think more was given to Wylan. I think Bardugo hates Matthias, and I'm not mad at it. Honestly, Matthias is boring. His point of view, I always felt like skipping. I'm so sorry, but I can't stand him. He's misogynistic, and that was never explained, never corrected. And you don't need, like, honestly, I don't need like my authors to make what's it called, like a stance, like a moral stance. But like Matthias is just, in the universe he exists, he's not interesting to me. So I had no emotions for him and his journey, and how his journey from start to finish. Like, I know you all are clutching this book on TikTok and crying your eyes out, but I just went like, oh, what? I was like, what? Damn, that's crazy. Then I went to the next page because, like, that's just Matthias for you. And honestly, I don't know, but I wasn't enjoying Nina as well. I also felt Nina was a bit flat. Even Nina in King of Scars, but I'll get to that. I mean, she's feeling a bit flat for me. I don't know why. I don't know. And people are saying Nina is their favorite, and it's not clicking. Also, what's their name? Kaz was whoa, Kaz, that scene when he comes and like shows them who's boss, yeah. Kaz is a fucking G. Like Kaz is the bro, and the scene between Kaz and Inej, yeah, in the bathroom, bro, bro, like that was the most delicate scene I've ever seen in a YA. Like, this is how you write like angst with, like, and then it's YA. Like, some people do write YA. I won't name names, but then it's just a full speed ahead to the smart, full speed ahead into the bedroom and stuff. And here it's all about like the mind. And most of the attraction, at least for women, is all in the mind. It's all the psychology. What is this person thinking? You know, it's not straight to the physicality of it. And that scene in the bathroom was so delicately written, in my opinion. And, they were just too close, but so far from each other. And uh, I mean, I don't know trauma, but I felt like, I don't know, I felt like it was handled well. But I can't really speak for it, for it, because I haven't experienced it, but I felt like there was nothing rushed. I was glad that there was no. I don't know if this is a spoiler, but okay, spoiler. So between them, there was no like getting, on one hand, Nina, it's a kind of contrast relationships of all three. So it's like Nina and Matthias, they are physical, and what's their name? Jesper obviously he's known to be a guy that goes around, and a girl or a guy, like, he will fall into bed with anybody, and he's that kind of guy who's physical. And these types of characters are contrasted with Inej and Kaz, who have all this trauma, and they can't have that physical aspect to their relationship, and it's so sad, and so poignant. And I don't know, I just loved them in the end. I still feel like a lot of things were underdeveloped, to be honest. A lot of, especially with Jesper as well, I feel like his story, there's still a lot to be dug, and Badugo didn't even scratch the surface. Honestly, I feel like she knew Kaz inside and out the most, and the rest are kind of not given that much to work with. Okay, they were given a lot to work with, but I don't know. I needed more, right? Like I needed more. I needed more. So I felt like this was trying to do more plot than character work, because the first book did a lot of character study and this one did more plot. Yeah, but I'm not sad about Matthias. That's my conclusion. Next one I'm currently reading is this one, The King of Scars. I mean, it's okay, but it's giving me Shadow and Bone, and I don't like that because I did not like the first trilogy. So I feel like Badugo's old habits are coming back here, and I'm not into it. Although, I mean, Nicholas is still as charming as ever, but once you read Cars and you read the banter between the crows, here it kind of feels flat because I'm so used to those others. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I should just finish it and then give my final opinion. But I don't know. Maybe it's a result of me missing the crows. But honestly, it's kind of falling a bit short. Also, with Zoya, yeah, because now the thing is, the show Zoya has spoiled for me the book Zoya because I don't like the show Zoya. The show Zoya is fucking racist. And this one is like more mellowed out. So the book Zoya was okay, she was racist, but it wasn't to the extent of the extent of the show Zoya. But also here in the book also she was like just a mean girl, but they show it was taken levels higher. And then in the book, the way Zoya was resolved was not ideal. Like she suddenly became nice for no reason, and her reason was because the Darkling killed her family. Okay. Okay, he killed her aunt. But then the switch still never made sense to me because her ambition, like she knew the Darkling was evil. So, the switch never made sense. I don't know, man. Something I'm struggling with. I'm also rewatching King, the Eternal Monarch, the K drama, and it's something I'm struggling with the Prime Minister character because you women are competent. Like you guys do your jobs well, and these men are evil, and you don't need to do their shit. Like just do your own shit. Like why do you need to follow the evil man? Like he's not adding anything to your life. You're already powerful. Like anyway, let me not start on that particular rant for no reason. So the last book I have here, so that I don't like take too much of your time, is Rule of Wolves. So I am so lucky I got this. This actually came out this year, and I was thinking I have to buy the expensive hardback, but fortunately it came. This is the sequel, and I think the conclusion to the King of Scars duology. Which also has the same characters from the first. You mean Nikolai, Nina, and what's their name? Nikolai, Nina, and Zoya. Yeah. This is by the way, this was actually I don't know. I was just browsing the Inini Educate Yourself website and I just came across it. So get it before it becomes extinct. But it's a bit pricey. But you know, I have an addiction. I have a problem. So whatever, man. Yeah, that concludes my reading update slash book haul slash wrap up for today. Thank you for staying till the end. If you have, let me not make this too long. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, I'll see you next time when I see you. Bye.